Dear video editors, I have some questions, and I hope you have some answers. Which is better, Premiere Pro, Davinci Resolve, or Final Cut Pro? I used to use iMovie, but upgraded to Premiere Pro a few years ago. But I've recently realized that a lot of people are switching over to Davinci Resolve for some reason. I'm wondering what the big hype is and if I should switch over too. Not to jump on the bandwagon or anything, but if it is significantly better, then I want to know about it so that I can make the change too. If you have an opinion about this, please feel free to share with me. How do you organize your files? In hard drives, SSDs, or on a cloud system? I've used all three methods before, but now I prefer just to use SSDs. I find them more reliable than hard drives, and I don't have to worry about Wi-Fi to access my files like in a cloud storage system. But there has to be a better way to store my data because one, they're expensive, and two, they take up space in my already cluttered gear closet, which I'm not going to show you. Monitor or laptop? Currently, I'm using a 2023 15-inch MacBook Air with an M2 chip. I think I've only ever experienced lag maybe once or twice, so for the most part, it does what I need it to do. My only real complaint is that I wish the screen was a little bit bigger, which is why I've been looking into getting a monitor. I've done some research already, but there's so much to consider, like cost, color accuracy, render speed, and so on. So if you have any suggestions for a decent video editing monitor that's not going to cost me a leg and a kidney, I'd really appreciate it if you'd let me know. What's the craziest editing request you've had? Personally, I've never been asked to do anything too insane, so I'll tell you a story about someone I knew. She was a photographer who was photographing a wedding for a client. After the event, she realized that a particular family member was throwing inappropriate hand signs in every single photo that they were in. I don't want to be super specific because I don't want YouTube to flag me or anything, but I think you understand what I'm saying. So the bride asked the photographer if they could remove all of the hand signs from every single photo. And this was before AI allowed you to click a button and poof, problem solved. So it must have taken forever for the photographer to fix the problem. I would have charged them extra personally because that's a whole new task on your plate that you have to take care of, and it's time consuming. If you have any crazy stories, please tell me. I love a good story. Just try to keep it PG-13 if you can. What do you wish you knew sooner? It could be something that new editors do that is simply not necessary, but they don't realize it at first. Or maybe it's something that, had you known sooner, it could have prevented you from having to start a project all over again from scratch, which actually happened to me once. I was editing a video for a client, and this is back when I was still learning about Premiere Pro. I was editing the video that was about 8 minutes long at that point. For some reason, I decided to move my video files that I was working with over to a different location on my hard drive. Then when I went back into Premiere Pro, I got a big error message saying that the software could not find my files. I thought that something happened, that I made a mistake or something in Premiere Pro happened and my project was completely ruined. I tried to troubleshoot it on the software, see if maybe I could find the files or something like that. Had no idea what I was doing. So I started the whole project over again. Now I realize you don't have to do that. Your files are fine. You just have to tell Premiere where you put your files. There's a little button and then boom, you're good. It'll just say, oh, thanks. Thank you for telling us where your files are. You may proceed with your editing. I would have saved so much time, and it still haunts me to this day. If you have a YouTube channel, make sure you link below for anyone who may be interested in hiring you as an editor. Also, I'd really appreciate it if you answered any of the questions that I asked. It would be helpful to me and anyone else watching. With that said, I will see you in the next one.